This conference will now be recorded.
Hope you guys can listen, right? Can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the fundamental about MySQL. We are talking last time few things which is important for us. They are basically MySQL and the MySQL connector, and also we are talking about some Python feature, means Python connectivity, Python plus MySQL, how we will connect with this, and also we will talk about last time PIP concept of PIP, environment variable. So just I want to revise it because it is very important to revise this session, because I thought maybe you require to revise this session. So we'll just revise it first and then we will move to the next topic. Okay, so before going to that, if you have any doubt other than this, let me know, otherwise I will start one by one. Okay, yeah, any doubt, Chaitanya? Okay, so let's start with the environment. What we understand from environment, basically, environment is a Python project. In Python, you can say it's like a Python project. If you want to start any project, this is the best recommendation method. Best recommendation method, which will help us to make the project in proper way. The benefit of environment is whatever we install library, or you can say packages in environment, we can take backup, one thing, and we can also manage it with a different operating system, manage it in different OS without any issues. Okay, so these are the benefits we have. So because of that reason, we will focus on how we will do these things through environment. We saw there is one concept called virtual env. This is the basically command, or you can say tool, which will help us to create or manage environments. So this will comes under your system through pip command. Pip is basically what? Python installation package manager, which is especially for managing and installing Python based packages. And remember, in virtual env also one type of tool, or you can say package, is developed in environment in Python. Okay, so let me try with the syntax of pip. Just help me to solve. Tell me the syntax of a pip.
Pip install.
Guys.
Pip install.
Ha. And then
Like particular package name, basically.
right?
Like, yeah.
Right. And this is one syntax. Another thing is what? Pip install package name equal to version number. Remember. Okay, we will go through in detail more about this, and we can also we can check the list of packages using pip space list. So it will show you activated current activated pip list, all packages what you install. So you will give you it will give you all list of packages. Okay, so like that we have one package called virtual env. In that we need to write pip install virtual env, and then we will write the code. Okay, when you execute it, it will automatically install in your system by virtual env. Through this virtual env, you need to write environment name. Through this virtual env, we need to write an environment name, and here we can write any name. So let's try with the practical thing, so it would be good for us, and then we will move to next topic, which is called MySQL and connector. Okay, we'll just revise it. If you guys got the idea from yesterday's session, you can tell me, so I can skip it now. So let's try with from beginning. First of all, what we need to do, we need to create one package. We need to create one environment first. So here I'm creating one packet environment. Let me try with command line, and here I'll write command line. So this is my command line here. Now here I want to do some package environment settings. So I will use, here I'll write virtual env and then my env. Here basically I'm creating one virtual environment with this name. My env is my environment name, and what it will do, it will create particular environment for running the Python based project. Okay, so the purpose of this is what which will help us to manage the packages, remember. And here we are writing we are creating the environment. In that, what happened internally, can you tell me guys what it will do internally? It will collect all things, means it will collect Python and yes, tell me.
It will copy all the necessary packages and into that
and
folder.
download it into that folder. Yeah.
Python.exe file means translator, Python translator, and then base library. Base library means, which is very important, and installers like pip or easy install underscore install. These things it will install, comma wheel. These are the base libraries, or you can say base installers. This is like package managers, remember. So it will also install package managers. So we should know what it will install internally. So base libraries, it will install pip, easy install, and setup also. Setup. So these things it will automatically install, and some dependencies it will install, and complete one environment for Python. So with the help of this virtual env, we can create particular environment. So people, they are nowadays they are working with two version like Python 2 and Python 3. So they can work with together with different environments using with environment. So here we can manage multiple environments through virtual env. I'll go in detail later, but remember we can implement multiple version with the same system. We can design application multiple version with same system. Now let's try with hope it will execute it now. So see, here it is installing all softwares, installing setup tools, comma pip, wheel. This will install there automatically. Getting my point? Any doubt, any question, guys? Meanwhile it is installed, let's try with some example what we did last time. So I'll try to increase the part inside there little bit. So last time we tried Python programs, right, which is related to the insert and update stuff, which we cover now. So we require something which is hello, my voice is
Yes.
Yes, Mujahid.
so so basically we require Python install, pip install we already did. Means what we will do. So first of all, if you want to write a program for Python plus MySQL connectivity, suppose insertion program, suppose insert into database, some command you want to execute through Python. So what you will do, tell me, help me in this steps. So first of all, you need to create environment. Remember, these are the steps you need to follow. Create environment. This is not compulsory, but it is best practices. You can say this is best practices. Create environment. One, using, you can create using virtual env and then environment name. First step. Second step is what? uh, then you need to install pip install your connector MySQL hyphen connector hyphen Python. This connector you need to install in that. Sorry, before that we need to activate that environment, right? Activate environment. So whenever you install any package, like through pip you install anything, so it will comes under this environment. Okay, if you not activated, it will come under global environment, remember. So you need to activate that, and then you need to install whatever library you require. For writing a program in Python, means MySQL base, you need only one connector, so that one I specified here. Okay, now after that you need to write a source code in Python for MySQL connectivity. We will write in one file, and then after that you need to start database server which you want to connect, and then sixth one, write a command Python and file name .py. That's it. So this is the steps to insert into database or perform any communication between database and your site. Okay, so this is the thing we need to know. Any doubt, any question, guys? Ashok?
No.
No, Mujahid.
Okay, great. So let's we did this thing right now and hope it will finish. Yes, it is finished. Now we will activate this environment. Help me to show how to activate. So our environment name is MyEnv. So we will write here MyEnv slash script slash wait dot bat. This is the file you want to activate with this file. Here I will do uh, MyEnv slash script slash activate dot bat, this file. After activating, it should change your prompt, remember. Then we can understand this is activated environment. By default there is nothing, that means global environment, and this is called personal environment, whatever you created. Okay, so this is activated. Now next step is what? Which package you want to install, you can install through this line. Okay, so I want to install this package, so I'll just write this line and execute it. So you can test it, you can check before this also. You can write pip space list, so it will give you list of already installed packages. Okay, and meanwhile executing, we'll try to write a program source code which will work on this area. Okay, so here I'll write one simple program, basic insertion program we will do. Insertion means what? Modification of we can say DML command. Category of in SQL is DML and DRL, retrieval command, retrieval language, and data manipulation language. So if you did one manipulation, you can easily do multiple manipulation also. So here what we required, basically we need to write first of all we require import section, because we are trying to access the database. So for that database we require to import this. So one another thing we require, config. This config is basically dictionary, remember. In that dictionary we will write some username and passwords and other information which is important for us. In future we can hide this information from another file. We'll see later about that, but now for simplicity I'm focusing on how we will connect it through database, and also we will see how we will perform some operation on that database. Later we will focus on other. Okay, here host, and here I will specify my host, so I'll write local host here, and then comma, single quotation, database you can specify here, and then the value of database. Suppose my database is, last time we created ABC, so I'll follow that one only, ABC. So this one, and raise warning or something. No problem. Now this is the thing, and another parameter also we can manage, like single quotation, raise warning, raise on warning. So it will show you errors. Remember, if there is an error inside there, so it will show you an error. So because of this reason we will get also errors. Remember, this is the parameter to find out the errors, otherwise it will not show you the error. Now another one thing is we require object connection. This you can write any name, ABC also you can write anything, but better to write proper name. So I'll write here MySQL dot connector dot connect, and then star 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 config. Why we are giving these things? Because it require connection require parameters. So this will connect with your database, whatever you specified here. If you want to access remote, you need to write IP address of public IP address, private IP address, so it will directly connect with that server. Okay, now next step is what we need to create a cursor. Remember, or else we need to insert some values. So we can insert these values using add employee. We'll write add employee here, and then double quotation, and then we'll specify the values. Like here I'm specifying double quotation insert. For better understanding, I'm writing capital letter because SQL. So insert into the table name. You can use any letter here, capital or small. I'll use ID, and then name. Two values I have in that table we created, and then after this we will specify the values. So values in bracket %s %s. Okay, here this is the thing we did. Now next step is what? Data underscore employee. And then here we will specify some value like 33 or any static value, or you can take from end user also, PQR. Then we will create an object, basically object dot connection dot cursor, and then cursor object obj cursor equal to this value. So it will prepare your cursor, and from that cursor obj cursor you can call anything, like here dot execute. There is one method called execute which will help us to do all operations. So here we will write all SQL. So I'll write here use particular database name. Suppose my database name is ABC, so I'll write like this, use ABC. Same multiple statement also we can execute at a time, no need to reassign again. And here we will write use some value. We will specify here like add underscore employee comma data underscore employee bracket close. So this will execute into database. Now next step is what? Connection you need to commit. Obj connection dot commit, and then cursor, you want to close the cursor, then you need to focus, you need to see or close the object connection also, because we are not longer using this connection object, so we'll close this. So remember, these are the steps we have here. Okay, let's try to run this program. Meanwhile we'll see here it's installed properly, installing successfully, and it will install all whatever dependencies we require here. So let's try to write check how many packages it is already installed by default. So I write a pip list, it will give me all packages whatever I install here, and then we will do one thing, we will try to after getting this message means after getting I install properly this packet connector, then only I will write Python next step. That means the next step is what? This one. Source code be written, database we need to start, right? I forget this. So we can start database using XAMPP. I'm using XAMPP here for database. XAMPP control panel. Start. You can try this shell. MySQL -u root. That's it. So here you can see show databases, how many databases you have. I have multiple databases. I want to select ABC, so I'll write use ABC. So here it is changed. Now you see none and ABC. Now what we will do, we'll see how many tables we have here. Show tables. So it will give you tables. Oh, T1 only I have. So I just want to know, describe my T1 table. Oh, F name and L name. So I'll change my code little bit based on my tables. So I'll write here T1 and F name and L name. So I'll write here F name and this is L name. Two names we will write here. Okay. So now we'll check how many values it's available here. T1. So only two values are available. Let's try to run a program, DML, and whatever we specify value, we will check with these values. See here, we return double 3 and PQR. It's not available, right? So here we'll try execute this statement. It's executed successfully. We need to give some message. No, don't worry. Next time we will give. But again, we will try to write a select statement and check the output. Okay. So this is the thing we need to know. Any doubt, guys? What we followed, I'll show you. We'll follow these steps. These are the steps we need to follow to connect to database. Still any doubt, any question here, guys?
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, Romil, you joined. Romil, you face any problem with connecting while connecting to this meeting?
Yeah, a little bit earlier, but now it's all good.
Okay, okay. Because more than 4, I think you cannot join. Okay, let it be. If you have any problem, you can talk to Vasu or me directly. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Next time, welcome. So today we saw connectivity between database and MySQL. Python with MySQL database connectivity we'll see, and environment and PIP concept. Now there is one another concept with PIP also we have here, which is very interesting, and the purpose of this is basically we can manage the PIP installation. Remember, PIP installation also able to, we can manage it through some commands. So PIP can be installed easily and we can manage it through softwares like we can use pip list. Suppose if I want to check, there are few commands I will share with you. Exit. So here, this is my environment. Now here we can write pip list to get list of pip. Some pip related stuff we will go in detail out now. Now if you want to check version of pip, you will write pip -- version. Okay. Another command, if you want to check pip list outdated, so you will write outdated. So it will give you all outdated packages if we have, because I'm using 2.7, that's why it's giving me warning as deprecations related. There is no updated. I'll try in my side. Means in global packages environment. So this is my system, and here I'll try prompt. So pip space list -- outdated, because I have already globally installed many packages. Maybe there is, we have outdated packages, so we can check with through this. And There is one concept with pip list we have. Suppose I don't want to install, I want to install particular version. Remember, if I want to install particular version of package, so I will write pip space install and then package name. Suppose I want to install request. Let me check with the request is available or not. Pip space list, so it will give me list of packages I available with this particular environment. Request is not available, consider I want to install request. Okay, so what I will do, I will write here pip space list package name, oh sorry, pip space install and then request. This is one package we use for communication with interaction with data network. So that time we require, and I want to install particular version, so I'll write here version number. So it will only install that version. Remember, it will only install that version if it is available. So it is trying to search this version in that website, and after finding it will collect that data and it will install in your system and configure your system properly based on the requirement you given. Okay, so here request is installed, and now what we will do with the request, we can do multiple stuff like we can install packages, or we can reinstall it, or we can remove packages, or we can make strict on that package which package you want to install, or which version we want to install. It may be greater than or less than, we can try here. Let me tell you how. First I'll show you request we install, right? So here I'll write list. So now I have list package, request package also. So request packages require idna and cardat and certify. So these packages also installed, but whatever we installed, same version we got, remember, same version. And based on this version, whatever dependency version required, they will share with you the same dependency version number. So that means 2.18.4 require this version of Cardad 3.0.4. Remember. So this we need to understand. And another many good advantage is what, basically we can create package and install packages from existing package blocks. That means I'll show you. Pip freeze, there is command freeze, and then greater than and requirements. Now before that I will show you dir. There is no requirements.txt file here, so I'll write pip freeze greater than and requirement.txt. See here, these are outdated packages in my global package environment. See here, whatever is available, these all related to global, that's why it's taking time. Now it's installed, executed this command. So these all are outdated packages, market package. Suppose any package we will see from toolkit, consider. So this package I have 1.0.15, but in market nowadays 2.0.9 is available. So I can increase the version also. We can do this thing easily. So and the package detail also. Now we will see freeze. And what is the purpose of freeze? Let me tell you. Freeze is specially used to create a backup of this environment. That means in this environment, how many packages we install, pip, how we will check pip list, right? And now I want to install same thing into another system. So what I will do, I will write requirement file. What is the purpose of requirement file? This file will help us to back up this environment in text format. This whole things it will return in one text file. Remember, this whole things it will return in text format, and that one we can load it into another system directly. How? I will show you. That means copying and pasting your environment to another system, we will see. Means at the time of deployment you will face this type of challenge, so that's why you should know. So we'll write here pip install space freeze and then greater than requirement. So what happened here, it will create one file that name is requirements.txt, and here if you see requirement.txt, we have oh, there is some spelling mistake suppose. Let me try once again. This thing requirements.txt, right? So it will automatically create requirement.txt, and in that all list of commands, see here all list of packages whatever we install, it will come under one file. So you no need to worry about that file. That means you no need to worry about the things. You can delete this environment. That means how you will delete, how you will destroy. First of all, you need to deactivate this environment, mynv/script deactivated .bat. So because of this reason it will deactivate. Now you can delete this environment, or else you can move to another system, and in empty folder or any folder you just create same thing with this file. So this whole thing, this whole, maybe it is in MB, so this whole thing comes within a KB file. So this will be called a backup of environment. Remember, it's a backup of your environment. So how we can write through that environments, you just need to write one thing. First of all, you need to create virtual env, one environment you need to create, and test env. Now I'm creating, consider I'm in new system, I want to do all things same as it is whatever we have before. So I'll write virtual env and then test env, the name of environment, and then here I will load this requirement.txt file into this environment. So all libraries whatever mentioned in this requirement.txt, it will be available with test env. Remember, what is the purpose of requirement.txt? Because of that reason, it will install all libraries whatever we have. So it's kind of backup of your packages. Any question, any doubt, guys? Hello?
No, Mujahid.
Yes. Ashok?
Good.
So
I'm good, Mujahid.
here we are trying
Okay.
to delete.
Hope you are doing practicals about this all stuff, because it's very important. Without this, we cannot implement Docker-based application. So I'm planning to add a new session, one session related to Docker, but this is very important. Without this, we cannot go to Docker. So remember, you need to focus on this stuff which is related to PIP. And guys, you are from operation side, so definitely it is very interesting for you, because all is nothing but a commands. Okay. Let me try with another stuff also with the help of these things. Now what we will do, we will install packages. Remember, we will install packages and all things through requirement.txt. remember. And one another thing I need to tell you, there is one thing remaining which is called Flask. We not done yet about Flask. Let me try with some example about Flask, so it would be good for you guys. So in that Flask, what is the Flask? Basically, Flask is one type of lightweight package. We already learn about that in yesterday. Again, we will move to in detail about other topic related to Flask. Flask is totally web framework. It's called web framework, which will help us to lightweight, you can say lightweight web server and self-host environment, self-host web server, you can say self-host web server. And it's also one package in Python, like request and MySQL connector, like that, virtual env, like that. This is also one package. So here I installed. Now what I need to do, in this pip list, if I try, I'll get only basic fundamental packages, which is coming by default through virtual env. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is I'm not connected with my activate with particular environment. So what I will do here, hope you see this screen properly. Huh. Here we need to activate test env slash script slash activate dot bat. So it will activate this environment. Now we'll try pip list. So it will show you all list of packages we installed. Here we by default these packages we have, and only we will execute this command pip space install hyphen r and then requirement.txt. It should be available in your current location. That means in your this location where from where you are installing. So my current path is here, means current directory is here. So based on that, I'm writing this line, and then if I execute this line, it will collect these all packages and it will install all things, whatever inside there we have. So certified candidate with particular version what we specify here, and idna MySQL connector and other packages also it will install one by one. Okay, any doubt guys? Still here any doubt?
No much.
There is one thing I need to tell you. We are talking about on the fly Python. So after completing this, I'll give you one trick, which is there is one service in internet. With the help of that service, you can run your script anytime from anywhere. So those they complete this practicals. So let me know. I will share with you. Now you see pip list. So you will get all packages what we installed earlier. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I want to install one package called pip install flask. Flask is also one type of package, remember. So I'm trying to install flask, and then here I'll write one flask program which will help you to understand what is flask. And basic program I will write simple flask, you can say simple web server also, .py extension is required, .py. And here what we will do, we will import package called flask, import flask, and then you need to create an object. I am creating object of that flask using app is my object dot flask open bracket underscore underscore name. This is the name of your application. It will automatically collect this, and here you need to write decorator. This is called decorator app dot route and then single quotation any name. I'll write in Jagadish, suppose. Whatever I write here, this is very important, remember. I need to use in future this one. Methods equal to single quotation get. Verbs, http verbs I want to use as a get, remember. And here I will write def any name abc, any name you can write for understanding. And here I'll write return and welcome. So this welcome comes under web server, so it will generate welcome message, remember. And finally that's it. This is the thing we need to know. And finally there is one command app, whatever you create object you want to run that object, that's it, app.run, that's it. So this is flask based simple application. Here this is two things is compulsory, and last line. So this will create one self hosting based environment So based on this, you can it will automatically goes to particular version, means 5003, or else you can specify with particular version, means whichever you like. Suppose if you want, you can write here host, and with this host, which version you want. Like here I want 0.0.0.0, comma port number. I'll write my specified port number, because in industry some ports will be closed, so I'll write 5003, and then that's it. Now with the help of this, what we will do, see, Flask is already installed. Now with the help of this, I'll write a simple Flask program and then run it. So because of this reason, if you check, it's going to run in lazy loading mode. So this is the beauty of Flask. What it will do, it will create one environment and it will start your server on particular path, this path, and it can stop through control C. So here, let me show you the screen of Windows. So if you try within Windows browser, and you run this thing through 0.0.0, that means it's totally public available. So 127.0.0.1, 5003. So here I have mentioned here. Ashok, you there? Hello, Ashok. I think he left. I need to join one of. Okay, yes, no problem. So we have some book. So here, remember, we need to write this name Jagdish, and then this will work, because in root location we don't have anything. Jagdish, if I write here, then only I'll get welcome. So this is your server. You can say this is web server, and here you can work on it, other stuff also. Getting my point, Jagdish, Romil?
Yeah.
Chetan? Any doubt, any question?
No,
So
all
it will,
good
you
so
can
far.
Yeah, I'll
activities,
practice.
remember. Practice it, and based on that I will show you some other stuff also. People they are moving to integrate this thing with this thing. Remember, people, they are doing what they are doing now. Nowadays they are doing Python plus Flask plus MySQL. This all thing they are integrating basically.
So you mean to say this particular Flask, whatever you have done, right? That is deploying a new server, right? That's what you're trying to say, right?
Right. I
Yeah.
deployed my own server, and this is self-hosted server. That means no need to install any software. It is automatically hosted, and it's totally lazy loading, and it will trace all this stuff. And also people, they are moving with this example. So my task is what, you need to create one application which will help us to get the URLs, especially Jayesh and Jagdish and you guys also. You try to go create one application with these things, so it would be good for us. So in that we will create a web server which will return a web API. So why we are moving with Flask? What is the benefit over? We can do these things through Python and Flask, right, Jesh?
Yeah.
Huh? So we can do this thing through Python also. So why we are moving to this stuff? Because the reason is what, basically here we will have a web server which is completely REST based API, web API, and it's totally REST based API. So what is the purpose of this REST based API? Basically it can connect with a different environment. It can connectivity become easy. Why? Because it can connect web based application, it can connect desktop based application, and it can connect mobile based application, it can connect any electronic based home appliances based application, and also it can connect with IoT devices. So because of that reason we need to focus on Flask. Nowadays Flask is very important. because with the help of Flask you can connect with this all types of application, because these all things they are accepting XML and JSON. Remember, they understand XML and JSON, and through Flask whatever I display welcome message, instead of that they will display you XML and JSON. So this is called web API concept. In web API you need to consume that web API and read it. So same thing, weather forecasting, or any, if you want to access any other stuffs like weather forecasting or any time zone specific detail or any API, so you just use their API. If you want to connect with a database, or if you want to connect with your you can say Hadoop environment, suppose Hadoop is a product like Cloudera or Hot and Work, so that time you need to use a web API, remember. So you can communicate with a web API. What is the benefit of web API? It can connect with any application, like you have Java application, consider, and you want to connect with Python. Suppose 10 years you implement one project in Java, suddenly market trend to Python, so you can communicate through web API. This is the main benefit of web API. So this web API can be done through Flask. So through Flask this communication is possible. So you can integrate multiple environment, like multiple platform, Java, or it can be a .NET or PHP or any language or anything, any application. So you can connect it. Even Android based application also possible. So recently I have created one project, is this IoT related. We need to communicate with video analytics. I work on video analytics, and that video analytics going on CCTV camera and also with mobile. So there I tried with this Flask-based application. And after that, we did with some little bit related to AI part, AI call center we tried here. So in that also, in that project also, I try with Flask, because this is require you Flask application. Without Flask you cannot implement this type of project. So video analytics is not very easy stuff. People, they are working on image processing 10 years 20 years, they have experience in image processing only. I'm doing video analytics, it require more efforts related to infrastructure, architect level thought process and all things. But this is also possible through Flask only, remember. So Flask is the base of all things. So my intention is what you should know Flask as much you can try, okay, which will help you in project also. In even I'm planning to, if we got this idea, so I'm planning to not sure, but I'll try to add one thing, which is completely deployment of Docker application Flask based with MySQL and Python. This through Docker we will try. This is I'm trying, and plus cloud. So our next session is on this. Definitely we'll try with these things, okay. Before that you should practice it, because it's very very interesting. And if you feel any doubt or any question, you can ask me anytime personally or through group, so it would be good for us, okay. Okay guys,
Okay.
if you feel any doubt or any question, you can ask me anytime, so we'll
Sure.
help you based on it, okay. So we'll meet tomorrow,
Okay,
same time. Okay, bye.